collected enough reactant to open the relic.
Spent Exolizer has been retired. We're down an Exolizer.
Oh yeah, peak. Is it not? Wait, sometimes this isn't punching through. Strange. Okay, have a good amount of stealth. Stealth.
Spent Exolizer has been retired. Enemy bounty secured.
More Lotron parts? W? Very nice, very nice. AJ, well, actually, you're into this mission right now. AJ, what level maps are you up to now? $15? Is that the maximum? Or does it go higher than that?
Exolizer spent.
You have to corrupt 15s to get it? Ah, okay. By the way, does Side's thing work against veteran affairs? I don't know if he is this.
That's it.
Less
Open
jargon,
the relic.
please.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Void Angel? Well, we won't be killing the Void Angel, so... Wait, does Sight... What do you... Also, what do you mean by, like, Sight's thing? I mean... It should work. Like, nothing about it that shouldn't... Why are these enemies standing still?
Spent Exolizer
I guess
has
to
been
say,
retired.
headshot. Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, I got nothing on, Chief. Need it. Enemy headshot. I'm east.
We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups.
Like Angels is a
Our
crit
enemy's
points.
folly is your
Crit
game.
points? Oh, you mean headshots? Yeah, they got headshots. Yeah, it's just their head. Yeah, it's just their head. Octavia part. What's up, Kitsune? I think everything has weak points. Yeah, I think everything has like a headshot multiplier. Some format, but some things aren't like considered headshots. It's really weird. Because there's like weak points, like some things, and then there's more or less weak points. And oh my god, I need to be able to aim. But yeah, no, they definitely have a headshot multiplier. Even in there, when you're in the little mini game, there is a headshot for it. That I do know. Done that many times. Oh my god, please. Days I wish I had the Furious. I can't see past all the numbers.
Exolizer spent.
What if I build up enough combo to activate the incarnate? Please don't blow up my enemies. Oh. Why? My combo. I'll just run super far away. Problem solved. Just need to build up enough. I wonder if I can fix it by activating the incarnate mode. But I don't have any combo duration because, you know, it's this build. Ow. Fuck you. Fuck you. Did I get it? This is 7x. Alright. I'm trying to fix this parkour bug. Any means necessary. Okay, I got it. Is it gonna fix for me? I think this might fix. I think I fixed it.
Contamination spreading.
I need to go back to traces really fast.
Praise the golden net.
Okay, traces.
We're
I need
down
to go
an
forward for
Exolizer,
traces now.
Working on backups. Struggle has its benefits.
Oh, I can see them. Got it.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
Then what is the weak point? I know the head is the heads, mowers. Yeah, the chest hair for the mowers. I mean, the walkers. The things with no. The things with no upper torso that runs that go. Ooh? Okay, like what faction? Help me out. I don't know. Be confused.
Hey, never knew I hit him.
I might have to run more range than what I think I need to. Headshots. Oh my god, please. Headshots. I didn't calculate for the fact that I'm terrible at aiming in this game. Might be problematic later. I think it's just Cetus, you believe? Call them preachers. That conference was it? Oh, I don't know if that is it, because if it is that, we're talking about angels a minute ago.
You have collected enough
I don't know.
reactants to open your relic.
We're down an Exolizer.
Is that it? Is that it? It might be, might not be. If you go to the codex, because I don't want to assume that's it, because you know, that is an assumption at the end of the day. It's the exploding infested just headshot one of the other enemies, but like, I don't feel like that's what Kinsune's asking. Trouble? Thumpers? We're all over the place. I'm so confused. I don't know.
Exolizer spent. Ah, the void has manifested something other than a nightmare.
Yeah, this is a decent stuff. I recommend doing looking up on the wiki there, but yeah, you blow off their knee pads and then you shoot their kneecaps, and there's 4 of them. It's when you it should look like a plate. You shoot that off if that's what we're talking about. Their heads like swimming. Run at you and go boom. I need like any amount of concrete information though. because I feel like I'm going to be running with too many assumptions. And then I might just end up miscommunicating. If you go on the codex, you should be able to like look for it, or like the wiki. Because I don't want to give you incorrect. It's just going to be a sea of misinformation if I try to like give information off of when I don't have all the information. And I don't want to do that to you.
Stone cold.
That makes any amount of sense.
We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups.
Is it the Kitsune? Is it the boss type enemy? Like they're kind of a rare spawn on Cetus. Is it on Cetus? I don't know. I'm gonna move on from it because I'm confusing myself. He's asking if the wait, who's asking?
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is open.
Wait, I'm gonna have to like read that. So while we went from this to that. I think my parkour's fixed.
Spent Exolizer has been retired.
If it is a Sumper, yeah, you pull off their knee, like the the plate over their kneecaps, and then shoot the green point. And yeah, that is their weak. If I recall correctly, you can charge incarnates off of it. Can you shoot those kneecap points through the thing? I have no idea. I could test it. I don't think so. Just based upon the coding of how bosses work, I doubt it. What is blocking the shots? Beats? Okay. It's just
We're down an Exolizer.
an enemy
Working
doesn't
on
have it.
backups.
What is the weak?
Enemy bounty
Oh, if the
secured.
enemy doesn't have it, what is his weak point? It varies. And it also depends on the coding too. It's a big old game. And my examples that I'll give is Actually, I'm just gonna get ducats. The examples that I'll give is the basic robots in for the murmur enemies that walk you very slowly, and you shoot off their shoulders and then they explode. Those don't count towards like dual talks headshots, so it kind of depends on the enemy and the interaction. There's like a lot of variables. There are some rule of thumbs, but like for example, Banshee's sonar is not headshots. But yeah, there's nothing hard and fast, more or less, because it's a big old game. I've been making enemies for like a long time. But generally speaking, most enemies do have a headshot, and I'm gonna call it headshot because weak point can be confusing to some. And I know it's written as weak point, but again, it's just trying to minimize confusion. It's headshot weak point. I call it that because there's like a few places in the game where they say headshot, and then also separately weak point.
Exolizer spent.
I can't shoot him. So it does get rather confusing. And that's just because it's a really big old game and a lot of people have worked on this game over the years. A lot of very old enemies.
We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups.
And real quick. Ceramic dagger's still bugged.
been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Spent Exolizer has been retired. Cascade intensified. See what you make of this.
Okay. Ducats though. Ducats. Spent 61,000 ducats on mod drop chance booster. Gotta keep going. What is Uppies? Uppies is going to level 9,999 in an Omni Fissure on Steel Path for and Void Cascade using 2 attackers and 2 defenders. Because saying all of that is a nightmare, and because people can't quite understand any kind of slang that I use for it, it's getting called Uppies, and everybody else can eat it. Because if I say a level cap, and then somebody comes in and is like, oh yes. And I'm talking about like, oh yeah, Grendel's a great time in like level cap. They're gonna be like, oh yes, not that great in survival level cap. It's like, okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? So just, it's getting called Uppies. I don't like saying all the other words or dealing with the miscommunication of other people. It's just unfortunate. Aim's getting better, kind of. What is killing me? Ah, it's an Exodus. I just used my voice strength to stop being invulnerable. Invisibility.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Exolizer spent.
Good die repeatedly. You're gonna attempt to look at now 9 times. It's just about having the right build. It's not like a skill thing. It's just builds. And that's kind of what I do for people when I'm teaching this. The heavy lifting that I do is essentially I just more or less hand them a build that not like I help them get a build that works more or less. And we just go to level cap and stuff. Then people don't have to think about, like, a big part of it is like void damage, being able to do enough damage with your amp. Just is what it is, you know. There's not a lot of options to do damage in the game with your amp, like as far as what amplifies it. So there's kind of just a hard and fast. This does significantly more for your getting amp damage than this does. There's not a lot of options as far as amp damage for power, and that's just is what it is, you know? Oh, but Reaper Prime blade up ducats. Apparently I don't have a good build. Well, I mean, part of that's farming, you know, like this is kind of like if we're looking at like late game stuff, it's a gear check. No different than if you're trying to do like a raid in an MMO. If you don't have like mods maxed out and stuff like that, it makes a big difference. If you haven't farmed up the galvanized mods, yeah. It's just a progression thing. I don't look at somebody that started the game and think, they're not good at the game. It's like, well, no, they just started. It's a long progression game, so it takes like a long time to get a lot of different stuff. It's not like, again, it's not like a skill check. And there is, like, quotation marks, a flow of skill kind of things, but the fun of it's testing builds and things.
Get yourself killed while you're out, Chief.
Exolizer spent.
that's like testing different builds and playstyles can be really fun with it. You know, so you got things that like, again, like Revenant and Zaku and stuff like that are just a lot easier to run than a lot of different frames. You know, like Naros, and that's just off the mechanics, because this isn't like intended gameplay,
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is
more or
open.
less. They don't build the game around level 10,000 runs. They do acknowledge that it's there and everything, but nor should they really. I'm not asking them to.
Jeez, Hector.
But yeah, so it's leveraging things in a unique and interesting way to accomplish something that isn't necessarily intended by the game developers. But that's kind of the fun part of gaming, you know?
Spent Exilizer has been retired.
Apparently. Trust and believe. Like, people progress at their own rates too, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's about the journey in the game. Like my, what was it, my Apprentice Kite? They started December of last year, and they run this with me all the time. I don't carry people. I teach them how to do it themselves. Stop putting these juicy things up here. No, don't stop doing that. But also, they're looking fine. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I don't even know who's putting them up, to be honest. I can get people set up. That's not too hard.
Incoming. Hey, not even a challenge. Come on.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups.
Hi, AJ. If I could hit, that'd be great.
Clean kill.
I think Cyto 9 would be a much nicer attacker, or sorry, defender than attacker. Oh, where's it being at? Oh, that's a lot of failures. I'm not stealthed right now.
Exilizer spent.
Let's get that stealth back up. Yeah, I don't mind teaching. But yeah, Kite's been playing for like a year. Kite does great enough.
Retired. Contamination levels going in the wrong direction.
Kite doesn't
Enemy bounty
super
secured.
push builds, more or less. All the enemies are stuck in room B. Oh no. But doesn't super push builds and stuff like that, so they just normally run what's cozy. Just because it's a good farm, you know. Good play. Free to play players. Ah.
Lap that geezer.
It keeps hitting me. I'm invisible. Wild. Anyway. If you're interested, feel free to join the Discord. Not a big deal.
Fine. Could use the breather.
I don't even have to do it, but yeah. Random Zachers is doing respond by extended hydration reach. If you want to message me that build, I have a weird thing where I think in
The
shapes,
relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to
and
find out
there's
what's inside.
not a lot I can discern from the. So what do you use for energy economy?
Working on backups.
That's the other thing I don't see. Like I know Dream Respawn gives a very tiny amount of energy economy, but I also have no idea what the build is intended for. Like, if you want to learn how to do level cap cascades, you can do like a Loki or a Revenant if you want me to teach you. I know a lot of people are like, I want to bring my favorite frame. And it's like, let's walk before we run.
Clean up.
It's nothing personal, just
Exolizer spent.
don't want to. People get discouraged when they have a bad time, you know, and I want to minimize the discouragement. I don't want to give people the wrong idea that this is like
Riding pretty.
very difficult to do. Mufasa, hi.
We're down an Exolizer. Working on
How are you?
backups. Our enemy's folly is your game.
I don't like any of these roads. They're all really stinky. Super stinky. I miss anything? No. Yes. Hey, actually, it's just if you want me to teach you because it makes it super easy. I know people have ran some wild things their first attempt, and it doesn't. It's more about the rate of success, because some people are willing to accept more failure than others, or have a natural like mental defense against getting discouraged. But a lot of people that I'm teaching, I can't know these things, so I make it kind of
Exolizer spent.
as foolproof as possible when I do it. I find once people see it, they generally kind of get the idea. Zergoth is great though. I mean, you need like you need to put in a little bit more work, but than some of the other ones. Graces me.
You have collected enough reactant to open your relic.
You know, I need to keep going.
I see we have some new.
Spent Exolizer has been retired.